star, Mr. What He Go Do Next. In Florida, they call me Cato Monte. We got the round table again. We straight. We got the round table again. I got, of course, with me, I got Damasha, KMED, and I got Megan, Miss M. Thomas. And we're gonna do two different topics today. First topic we're gonna do is Mother's Day, and the second one we're gonna talk about the new generation of being a man and being a woman. So, y'all introduce yourself, let the people know what's going on, and we gonna begin.
Hey y'all, I'm Demasha. Zip out. That's me.
Hey, this is Megan.
So, with the first topic, we're talking about Mother's Day, and again, I'm gonna say Happy Mother's Day to everybody from single mothers to four parent households to everything because they both do the same thing. They both work hard, whether you believe it or not. Just because they got help don't mean shit. You still work hard to be a parent and a mother. So, I'm gonna start off with you, Meg. Tell the people your situation and what's different about you being a mom. Break that down to them.
Okay, well, I'm a mom, but I'm not a traditional mom, the give birth, carry 9 months mom. I'm not that. I have three that I raised. They are my nieces and my nephew. The girls are 19, 18, and my nephew is 12 now, but they'll be turning 19 and 20. Anyway, I have one my sister's biological children. Um, I've had forever. It feels like. Um, I mean, how do you want me to get into it? I don't know. I can start. You want me to start from birth? I was at Miami Valley Hospital.
Nah, just tell them flat out how you end up in the situation you end up in, so they can understand, have a better, clear understanding on what's going on.
Okay, well, like I said, I'm not their biological mother, but I am their blood aunt on their mother's side. Like I said, I got one sibling. She has the children. Um, just different circumstances in life to where they oh shoot. Sorry. Um, sorry. I just seen that. I just seen that stop. Okay, so okay, we've always been like a close knit family. Once my sister got pregnant with the oldest, I just knew I was gonna be that extra auntie. I'm not a normal. So she had the girls who's close. I don't want to get into too much like personal detail, but anyway, life happens. Um, some people can physically have children and be okay with it and start as a parent, and some people have a little difficulty with the jump to start, push to start. Um, so sometimes family members step up, like myself. The girls have been physically living with me full time probably since they were in elementary. My nephew came to me full time when he was 7. But like I said, we've always been very close knit. I've always been that family member, that daughter, that sister that kind of like took charge when necessary and when not necessary. And it was a necessary task. But that's how I kind of became a mom too. People call me a mom too. So I'm an aunt.
So, the very first, when you made that decision, that's a big decision. The first time that it was done, what was your reaction? Was it more like, what did I do? Or was it more like a trial run? Like, okay, I'm gonna try this for 30 days, 60 days. If I can't handle it, what's the next step?
It wasn't a it wasn't a trial run type thing like that. Um I kind of always been in a role, but not in a role at the same time. Like when they were babies, I was around a lot. I had like a different life then. I was married, and had no kids with my ex-husband. So we were like kidless. um, so that little life change happened. And then, so when they came, it wasn't like a trial run. It was just something I knew like I had to do. It wasn't, let me think about it. Let me try it. Let's see how this goes type thing. It wasn't anything like that. So I just kind of like hit the ground running. I've always been a parental figure for them. But when it came to like full time under the same roof, 24/7, 365, that was a bit challenging and different because I was used to live in a certain way, but when you have kids, you can't live that way. Not saying I was living bad, but you have to be on a regimen, a schedule. You have to know what's going on because you're not just in charge of yourself, you're in charge of 3 other people. Hello? So?
You muted, Rain.
Okay, for people that don't know, let them know the extent of the 3 kids that you got. How, from the different personalities to having see what I'm saying? So people can get it's a different ball game on your end, period.
Yeah. Okay. So, we'll start with the oldest. The oldest niece, Kayla. She's a graduate of high school. She has the personality of she likes to be like a social butterfly. Like she wants to be social. She's a sweet girl. She's a Cancer, so she can be real sensitive with things. She has to learn trial by error. Like she's not one of them kids you can tell and she'd be like, okay, she got to see if you're really telling the truth or not. Second one, McKendra, that's my 18-year-old. She's very quiet. She's very conservative to herself. She's extremely sweet, but she's a lot kind of like me. She's like headstrong and getting something done. If she wants it, she'll get it. Period. I call her my house manager. House managers because when I forget stuff, we out of this or we need that or hey this, remind me. She's gonna remind me. That's my house manager. Then we have Rain's favorite, Mr. Malik. Okay. Social media, if you've seen me and Malik, if you know, you know. So Malik, that's my baby. That's, he's the only boy. So, of course, he would kind of get a little bit spoiled a little bit more. My baby is on the spectrum, meaning he is autistic. He has, he's high functioning autistic. He's verbal, very verbal. He's very verbal.
I'm sorry. The side note, I just don't like how y'all trying to do Malik on this podcast. All right.
So I can't hear you.
What you say? You don't like what?
I just don't like how y'all trying to do Malik on this podcast. Okay. How y'all trying to do my boy?
Oh my God! Listen.
He lives his own life. Okay. He lives a fun life.
He does in a leather strap way. Okay. Yeah, finish, please. Oh my God.
Malik, like I said, he's 12. He's on the spectrum. He's very high. He's high function. He speaks. Malik is Malik. Malik is an extraordinary kid. He's lovable. He will say whatever it is that's going to come out of his brain. If there's nobody in the world to remind me they love me, it'll be Malik. So he's a good kid and everything. I have challenges as far as him because he's special needs. Different type of school, different type of just all around things that you would kind of normally do with your boys. It's different here. So I've had to work with that. But every day it's a challenge. Every day, by the end of the day, everything gets fixed that's supposed to be fixed.
Okay, Zip, Mr. Masha. Let everybody know what you're dealing with in your household. How many children? What are you dealing with?
Currently, I have 2 children, hiding 6, but not as planned. I'm just kidding. But I have 2 boys. They teenagers, though, so they pretty much, they do their own thing. They live their own life. I'm just here to provide food and shelter. That's it. In a car.
So, what about growing up? What's the trials and tribulations you deal with as a single mom? The good and the bad. 2-part question. Good and the bad.
Oh, well, as a single mom, you're gonna go through your little things, your struggles. We've come a long way, like as a unit to, being a single mom with 2 boys, whatever. So we come a long way as a unit. We done been in some bad situations, like no food, no car, having to carry both of them because they little to the grocery store and then having to carry them in the groceries back from the store. When they was little, pretty much like I got to do all the moving by myself as far as like they can't help move because they too little to really be carrying stuff or lifting stuff. But, we made it through those things. You feel what I'm saying? So I would say like we went through, I won't say bad, I'll just say we went through some learning experiences. Because
so did you have from the father point of view, did you have assistance, help, not money wise, but as an actual figure coming by, teaching them things, discipline, et cetera, et cetera?
I would say like, because I don't want to discredit their dad, you know what I'm saying? But I would say like they're there, but I always keep my boys around positive people as far as like I keep them around positive people in sports. It could be pretty much anything. I'm not afraid to ask for help from a man when it comes to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not afraid to just be like, hey, like, I don't really understand this situation. I'm a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on? What's happening? So I would honestly say I had a lot of male figures, but I was raised by great men. So I also have them too, to support me. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, tying a tie. I don't know how to tie a tie. That just recently happened with my teenage son. I don't know how to tie a tie. I'm a lady. I never put a tie on. Why would I put a tie on? And so I did not know how to tie a tie. I had to call my dad and be like, you got to walk me through how to tie this tie on this boy because he got to wear this tie.
I'm not going to lie to you. I feel like that's every woman's debate and argument. Because even when I was a youngster and Mom Dukes, I'm going somewhere, help me tie this tie. She looked like, and we sitting there an hour trying to figure this bullshit out. And then she'll make a phone call, somebody come through, and we back in the game.
Right. And that's pretty much how it was, though. You know what I'm saying? It was like, he had to talk me through it on the phone, of course, but he said whatever. My son got it. He tied the tie. I tightened it up, and we was done with it, But now he knows how to tie a tie. Because now
So-
he's time brother time.
So Meg, in your situation, it's not time to tie yet, but how do you deal with the fathers of the kids not being around or communicate?
Oh, I got a boxing match that's next. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just playing.
I was
Well,
all in. I was like, what?
no, I'm just kidding. Well, in my situation, I have 3 baby daddies. I have a female and I got the 2 males. I'm being funny, but my sister, if I'm the baby.
It was Rain's face. He was like, tell us more.
So, like, I don't really, I don't have of course, no relationship with their dads. Like, I'm the aunt, so they're the biological father. So I don't. I can't hear you.
No, I was saying something else. I gotta come in, huh?
I make all the decisions, So it's really like I don't have anybody to like their parents. So, like, or, like that. I think I got it, monetary sometimes, but that's Malik, he eat like the Chinese stuff.
That's because he likes to. I mean, he's the youngest of the bunch. The youngest always want the attention or get most of the attention anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what? I came to sit here and pretend it does take a village. So everybody that's on this video screen definitely had a village behind them to an extent for the something from minor to major, because whether you got to pick up a phone and ask for assistance on how to tie a tie or a dollar or directions, whatever it is, it does take a village, because I don't care. You could be one person by yourself. You can do it, but goddamn, it's going to be hell trying to do that. So I definitely believe we all have village behind us. I'm not going to sit here and pretend. I definitely got to give a shout out to Mom Dukes, because she held her own. My father was I was wrong for that. I don't care. My father was in and out. You know what I'm saying? And my mom definitely did her thing. I mean, from schoolwork to what they call it. What was that stuff in school? Plays and parent teacher. You know what? You try that on this, and you know what's gonna happen. I suggest you leave me alone. Leave me alone. I'm trying to tell you, Jake. I'm surgical with it. Leave me alone. So she did her thing, man. She showed up at the school play. Y'all would play. Fucking, let's be real. I don't care how gangster you are. I don't care how much money you got. As a kid, you did the school play. Let's be real.
Yeah.
You did the bullshit play. But she showed up to everything: parent-teacher conference, school plays, activities, everything. So I got to give her credit. And she was there through the different times of the changing from club. Matter of fact, ladies and gentlemen, she is making a comment. She said, I did it. Yes, she did. Y'all give her a standing ovation. She did her thing, so I got to give her credit, man. Now, don't get me wrong. When my father did decide to make an appearance, because that's what it was, he threw a gem or two, or he threw his version of how he wants you to be, if that makes sense. And for people to understand what I mean by that, that mean is he's going to tell you something, his version, his way, his idea, and if it ain't his way, it is what it is. And I can't lie, I end up adapting that as I got older. It happens. But he still was in and out of time. She did her thing, man. And people who've met my mom, they know. So I got to give her credit. And she had a village behind her. We had my great-grandmother, rest in peace. She helped out. My uncles, rest in peace to my one uncle. And, you had a village, man. So people did assist at times. Let's put it that way. But she did her thing, man. As a single parent, she did her thing. So I'm going to give her credit. I'm not going to take that from her. You know what I'm saying? I do appreciate it. I love you to death. You get on my nerve, but I still love you. As we move on, as the kids get older, this is a question for both of y'all. As the kids get older, do y'all worry about them leaving the house because of the times? How the world is now. It's not like it was 5, 10, 20 years ago.
For me, yeah. Some people say I may shelter mine, but I don't feel like it's sheltering. I just don't want them to get out there and like bust their head to the white meat like we did. I know I did. I got out a little too early, too young. I was like 19, but I didn't know nothing. What I know now, if somebody would have told me what I need to know now, I would have waited and I would have been a whole lot better, I feel, life-wise. But it's the reason why I bumped into some of the things that I bumped into in life or whatever is to help me learn. But with mine, I don't want them to just get out here and just have to just hit the ground running and you are already late on bills or late on different stuff or not knowing. And, you know, so I teach them about banking. I teach them about credit. I teach them about saving their money. The girls used to hate when they were little. We would go into the grocery store and I would have them compare prices. Same item, different brand, and which was the better deal. They hated that because grocery shopping would take like a couple hours because I'm going to make you see the difference. And now those little lessons or teachings or whatever, now they see like, oh, well, this is a better value. And do I need this right now? No. Is this more important? They know how to prioritize, you know, so I don't think it's sheltering. I think I'm trying to prepare them.
What about you, Z?
I think the same. My view is the same. So I mean, I'm not worried about them leaving because I feel like I'm equipping them to be able to leave. You know what I'm saying? Like whenever they need to. Now, do I tell them like I think you can stay home until you save, $20,000 and you got a house that you're going to don't go out of here paying somebody else's rent? Of course. Am I concerned because like my baby son, he already 6'1". You know what I'm saying? So he already basically to some would look like a grown man, but he's a teenager. My older son is 6'1". Most people think he's a grown man, but he's a teenager. You get what I'm saying? So, like I'm concerned about the world as them being black men. Of course, that's always a concern. But I feel like I'm confident in things that they display to me that I'm teaching them properly. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm teaching them properly. You can't help what crazy people don't do. I can't help it. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't want them to live their life in fear. I want them to be able to live understanding that, like things may happen, but I'm trying to equip you as much as you can, as much as I can, to be able to do what it is you can do. You know what I'm saying? Like pay bills, and my son, he started a business on his own, even though people think like I didn't help him do nothing. I didn't help him with the design. I didn't help him buy the prints. I didn't help him do nothing. But I don't have nothing to give him. But like just teaching them how to be mature. And I feel like if I continue to teach them and I teach them what allow them to that will make things a little bit easier for them. So it's about the same as me, but she has girls, which the concern is probably greater with the girl than it is with the boy. You know what I'm saying? We can't hear you. We can't hear you.
I'm gonna be honest. I definitely think a lot of the old ways are lost because let's be real, we don't have Big Mama no more, and that was a major staple in situations. because she can either keep the family together, she put you in check, she taught you the values, you knew what it was, and a lot of the newer parents don't have that. So they kind of running off either what they were taught or they just shoot from the hip or what they see on TV. And it's crazy. It's definitely, it's weird. It's very weird.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I know it's a lot of females as well as males. I'm not gonna leave the males out because there's some single parent males out there where the baby mama just ain't shit. And they out there too. But from what I see, cause I've been around both of y'all definitely doing y'all thing, parent wise, because you're teaching them, like you say, you're teaching them how to shop, value. Some of the simplest things become the hardest things. Learning how to shop, learning how to do bills, learning how to balance the checkbook if they still do that, or just keeping your house intact and learning how to stay away from the BS as well as sugar from shit, if that makes sense.
Right.
And I definitely got to commend both of y'all. I even got to commend my grandmother. I'm not gonna leave her out. She's definitely she did her thing at times, and
Yeah.
and yeah. What do y'all got to say to the newer mom, single mom? What can y'all say to them that could help them on a journey? Because it's a difference from back when we were kids to current. Way jump difference. Did she fall asleep? New moms are friends. Okay, so one of our comments are new moms are friends and they hang out with their kids. You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you on that one. Two things. You're all right about that. A lot of the new generation are friends with their kids, but you should be friends to an extent. It's got to be controlled and contained. Hanging out with your kid, again, controlled and contained. If y'all going out to eat, maybe to an event, that's fine. But if I go to the club and I'm trying to holler at your mama and your grandma there, that's 2 for 1 in my eyes. It's like a win to me. That's crazy. That's crazy. Because that means we know what your grandma a freak. I'm just being honest though. I'm serious. Like, it's a different ball game. I done been to clubs and the mama right there, the auntie and the grandma. Really?
Yeah. I know people like that.
This is sound like a win to me. 3 for 1, 3 for. But you want to laugh so bad. I see your face over there. And it's crazy. It really is. But y'all continue to do y'all thing. I got to commend y'all, especially you, Meg, because your situation at that time it happened. We're not going to go into dates and time, but at that time, you really took a big step. And hold on. Well, I've got another comment. The generation does not have a big mama. Yeah, you're very true. Day late, dollar short, but you're very right. We definitely need a big mama. I'm going to be honest about my big mama. My big mama was what, 4'2", 4'5"? She was short as shit. But her voice and attitude was powerful. So like when you walked in, you automatically hugged and kissed her. If you didn't, you're getting put out. You know how many people I would bring over and I would tell them like, hey man, hug and kiss her. I don't do that. And now they sitting on the porch with an attitude till she's ready to deal with you. And she's dead and gone, rest in peace. But that was it. Like when it was time for dinner time, you knew wash your hands or say what you got to say because you don't want to hear her mouth. You knew what she was about to say. If you didn't know the rules, I gave you the hit before we got in the door. Hey man, hug and kiss her, wash your hands. Speak to everybody. Don't get put out. I can't help you. I have none of that. And if she wore a muumuu, was that a muumuu? It was. She was old school. She wore a muumuu and she was about her business. I love her to death. Like I said, she was 4'2" or 4'3", maybe 3'5", but she would smack you, and you would just sit there and take it. You could be the toughest man, but you would take that smack and shut the fuck up afterwards. I'm dead serious. We'll talk about them stories one day. Yeah.
You was at that advice where a Meg was going to give her advice to the young mom.
Say that again, please.
You was at a Meg was about to give her advice to the young moms.
Yes, please continue. What do you have to say to the newer generation of moms or the people in your situation?
Well, for the younger generation, having children, being first time moms or whatever. I can't say like, biologically I can't say, oh, I've been through a pregnancy and da 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 whatever. But if it was not meant to on accident, um, and you had to like figure something out, I will learn from that mistake. I will not call it a mistake, but I will learn from that situation, and I would do nothing but try to do just better. For somebody that's in my situation, that is a sibling, that is an aunt or an uncle that inherited children the untraditional way, um, patience, be patient, be patient, be patient. Because one thing you have to realize, which I had to realize over time, um, and I would get so mad when people would say this to me, but things that these children have been through or going through, that's something that you may not have ever went through. So their reaction to certain things is not your DNA. Like if I had my own biological child, that child has my DNA, probably my attitude, my wonderfulness, but but these other children, they have a certain part of my DNA because I'm their aunt and not their biological mother. So I will have to be a little bit more patient to try and figure out, why are you feeling this way? Why are you thinking this way? What is it that I can do to help you? I had to really realize that, and go from there. So, but like I said, the single moms, first time biological moms, um, just be, it's about the kid. That's with any of them, any situation. It's all about the kid, what's best for the kid. If it's, you looking at your situation and what can help you more than the kid, then you're not good for them.
Facts. Z, what you got to say to the newer generation of moms or single parents?
I would say, I guess my big thing would be is definitely pray. You know what I'm saying? Like definitely pray. Um, no distractions for you, because if you don't have distractions from other unnecessary stuff, you can raise your children better. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes that means being by yourself and doing your own thing. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes it means that. Um, I would say like always put your kids first, no matter what the situation is. I don't care if it's a family member. Put your kids first. Allow them to experience a great love. You know what I'm saying? Not a love where it's contorted with um like even your mom. Put your kids first, because initially that's your family. Like that's your little family. Yes, you're your mom's family, but that is your family. And
Right.
pray, work hard, allow your kids to don't hide things from your kids, because they already know. So when you're trying to hide stuff, they already know. They listen to conversations, they know your moves, they with you every single day. So it's nothing that you can hide from them. So be transparent and have those conversations with them and let them know, like, yes, I was crying and this is why I was crying. No, it's not your job to at 7 years old to try to help me pay bills. You go to school. When you get older and you don't finish school, or you do sports, or you get a scholarship for math, that's when you're gonna take care of me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be looking for my big house when you make it big. And so, but be encouraging into them. And then teach your kids how to play, how to interact with people. Teach them what it means to be supportive. Because if you don't teach them, then they end up being like menaces. They end up being jealous people. They don't know how to play. They don't know how to enjoy life, because those are things you've never taught them.
Right. Facts. So I appreciate y'all on that particular subject, giving y'all point of view as well as sharing y'all stories. Um, as we move on to topic 2, it's the newer generation of men and women and kids, boys and girls. Um, the what I don't understand now is it's like a Twilight Zone. No, it's the phone, dude. The Twilight Zone. Um, The boys are girls, the girls are boys. I'm totally half-assed, not just confused, but I'm trying to figure out. Listen, first and foremost, let me say this: to each his own. To each his own. If a man like a man, that's your business. If a woman like a woman, that's your business. I don't care about that. My thing is, it gets out of control when you starting to see dudes wearing skirts, dresses, halter tops, belly tops, and bullshit like that. When did it get to the point where the men look like the females, and now the females wearing the saggy pants, the long jerseys, the 3-4X shirts? They more dude than the dude. And then when you talk to them, they get mad if you don't acknowledge them as a dude. So what's your opinion on that?
Well, some people just identify as the opposite sex, I guess. That's what I've heard a lot of the answers to that was like when people are transgender say that. But I'll be confused about, I need a whole alphabet understanding of some of the stuff, because I just now realizing what certain things mean. Seriously, because it's like, what? I've never heard of that. It was either homosexual or bisexual or gay, but now it's like so much different, and you try to understand it, but I don't know. I don't know as far as
confusing, right? I'm not saying homosexual or nothing. I'm not even saying that. I'm just saying the look, the attitude,
Okay, are you saying it's like different things, like guys now will polish their nails? I've started to see that on TV and stuff. I don't. So are they? I don't
here's
want the wrong thing either. It's so.
Here's what I'm saying. Nowadays, you have guys who paint their nails, paint their toes, put on lip gloss, and then go about their day. Where do we drop the ball at? Because if you remember, you rewind tape, the only time people painted their nails there was a rock star, and it was black. Yeah, the rockers did that. Or he was a white boy, flat out. But now, I'm not going to say it's a gender thing. It's just kind of is it a fashion thing? Is it what the next man's doing? What happened to where, like I said, a man's not a man no more? Z, tell me something.
I don't know. I really can't even tell you what happened because stuff is happening. Do I think I think some things, and this is just my personal thought, I think some things are spiritual and I think some things are physical. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I think that at this point, people are be who you want to be. But at the same time, it was people like this our whole life. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't out so open. There were men that I used to see with red polish on. You know what I'm saying? Brother so-and-so, he got a Jerry curl down to his, to his shoulders, and he got on lips, he got on some glossy, more glossier than what a normal man would have on. So you kind of knew what was up. But I think that for some, I think that it's just who they are. You feel what I'm saying? You can't say what happened. I'm not gonna say that it's all social media, and I'm not gonna say that people don't have those feelings inside. You get what I'm saying? But I think that a lot of stuff be 90% spiritual, and it's basically it's a war. Some people are the way that they are because of defense mechanism. They've been molested or they've been traumatized when it comes to the opposite sex.
Right.
So, or they've been molested and that confused them because wait a minute, I like it was wrong what they did to me, but I like what it felt like because you don't know what a G spot is. You get what I'm saying? I'm serious. Kids don't know that. So they don't know that, when somebody is molesting you, if they touch that spot, then of course you're going to enjoy it because that's a spot. You get
Right.
what I'm saying, for pleasure.
Yeah.
So they confused as to like, am I this person or am I that person? I'm not gonna say everybody confused, but I have talked to a couple of people that are confused.
What the fuck?
Okay.
She's confused. I don't know.
Yeah, she ain't got confused. But I mean, I think a lot of stuff, more stuff than none, is spiritual because we are spiritual beings. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
I always ask people. I ask people this question, like when I'm doing coaching, and I ask parents these questions who are having a hard time with their children being, transgender, lesbian, whatever. I ask them this question. I ask them, have you ever had that experience before in life
Okay.
with the same sex?
Right.
And I would say about 60% of them said, well, I had a little thing back in college, or I had a little thing, you know what I'm saying? Or some of them will say, well, I was molested at this time, and that's why I think it's spiritual. And that is why I think it's spiritual. And so, but I have known people to be lesbian or gay or whatever. I've known them to be that, and I've known them to decide one day just out of nowhere, like, I don't like this. I'm going back to being straight. So I mean, it's no clear answer for it.
It's not, and that's what's the crazy thing about it. I mean, I feel what you're saying. I'm not saying. Let me clear this up. I'm not saying pick a side. I'm saying you do what you do. If you gay, if you in the men, that's your business. If you're in the women, that's your business. My thing is the ones that's playing a fence. Like they dress like, you see a man dressed like a woman, and then when you ask him why he dressing like that, he get an attitude, but he don't have an answer. But if you have somebody that's actually gay, whatever side, they're gonna have a straight answer. They're gonna get right to the point, and that's what it's gonna be. So it's kind of like, are some of these people confused? Is it just fashion? I mean,
I have heard that some people be just being fashion. Like I heard, I seriously, like, this don't sound crazy. I seriously met this dude, and he was like in a long plaid shirt, like kind of like a dress, almost.
Okay.
He had on some of those, like, what you call those military black boots. You
Right.
feel what I'm saying? And he even had a little purse little thing crossed him. And then when he was like trying to talk to me, I was confused because I was like, well, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? But
Like,
he was like, it's just the way I like to dress. I was
okay.
like, oh.
Really? Wow.
But, but that's why I said sometimes we the people, we be judging people and we really don't know. We just see them walking down the street and we just assume that this is what it is. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like I had a phase in middle school where I wanted to be a Tom. So remember Chris Cross was out here. I got my pants on backwards too, and they baggy, and I got on a baggy shirt.
You did the crisscross.
She did the crisscross. We're not gonna let that go. We're not gonna let that go. You know you gotta get it for that one. You put your pants on backwards, man. Did you really? You was totally crossed out.
I was totally crossed out. You know what I'm saying? So, but even, let's see, in high school a little bit. You feel what I'm saying? I was still kind of like, like baggy shirt, but then all of a sudden I was like, I want to be pretty.
But hold on. That was the era. Because even back then, I seen a lot of fine women have on baggy clothes, but they wasn't considered dude. They wasn't the homeboy. See what I'm saying?
To some dudes I was. Some dudes it was like.
So they considered you the homeboy.
To some dudes, because some dudes don't like women who dress like with a baggy. You know what I'm saying? They want a woman to wear tight clothes.
Okay, question though. You can't say she the homeboy and still want to fuck. You can't do that. That's weird too. That's weird to me. That's weird.
He getting revved up.
Am I lying though? And I guarantee you, he seen you in them baggy clothes. He looked at you funny. He thought about him like, I still hit it though. I still hit that. Fuck.
But you still have you still have straight men that try to talk to women that are dressed like dudes and who are saying like I like women.
Right.
I think it's just a challenge for men.
It is facts, pure challenge. I agree. Because I've definitely ran into females who dress like dudes. You know, they got the Jordans on, baggy pants. They thought they was a homeboy. Till you zoom in like that bitch got titties, or you hear that voice like that's a chick.
Man, you see him, man, get him.
And then all of a sudden you like,
because he gonna get us in trouble with his.
It's a challenge.
Right.
It's a look. It's a challenge. I'm gonna tell you why it's a challenge. Because the first thing a dude gonna say is, "You know, I can change you back." Tell me I'm lying. How I'm gonna get y'all in trouble? I'm just being honest. You know what I'm saying?
Your mom say, "Watch your language."
You said what?
Your mama said, "Watch your language."
Who?
Your mom.
Who?
It's
Hello?
Mother's Day.
Hello? Earpiece. Hello? Can you hear me? D. D.
You got me.
No, not at all. I'm just being honest, man.
I don't think we ever really gonna know like where the shift happened. You know what I'm saying? But some people may be born like that. Some people not. I don't know. I think it's spiritual. That's just my personal opinion.
Okay, hold on. And I believe you on part of that. I do. I'm not disagreeing. But then you got entertainers who are not helping the situation. I mean, and I'm going to say this. Little Uzi Vert. He did a concert. He had a red outfit on. And he does a twerk. He kind of has a twitch with a purse. My boy. He did a twitch with a purse. And the crowd lost their mind. And I'm sitting there like, okay, you got the red nails. You did a twitch. And you got the purse. And he done had a purse. He had it like literally hanging right here like a female, and I'm just looking like, damn, we just got sent back 100 years. I see dinosaurs now. Like I don't understand it no more. I'm just totally fucking confused. I want to know. Somebody explain to me. Like I remember I was at this little ice hut, right? You get the little snow cones and the flavored pickles. 3 dudes got out the cars. Now you in the hood, so you automatically you get on your clock. You see what they about. They look at you look at them. Y'all order y'all stuff. Everything was what it was. And the biggest dude, I'm talking about muscle-bound dude, when he decided to eat his ice cream, his whole attitude changed. He got the smack at his lips, he got the giggle, and I said, and there we go. Matter of fact, hold on. We gotta rest in peace the whole situation. That was not right. That was just not right. What?
What situation was we rest in peace in?
Because you this big ass muscle bound dude looking like you ready to break anybody in two and knock them down. I'm already on my clock not knowing what's gonna happen because we dead smack in the motherfucking south side. And
we
then turn
give
around.
you the cuss jar. We about to give you the cuss jar. Go ahead.
No. Once he bit into the ice cream and got to talking, I said, "Oh, he a fruit. It's over. He done. He out the door. My man ain't even trying to cause no trouble. He's trying to sit there and enjoy his fruity pop. My God. Listen. I just wanted to know, like, when did it be? Huh?
I think for you, I think for men that are still quote unquote men, it's hard for y'all to deal with. And I really think that it's hard for old school men. I'm not saying that you're old, but I'm saying like you was born in the 80s, 70s.
Was it? Really? You sure?
Yeah.
I thought it was the 90s, but anyway.
Well, we're gonna talk about that off the. I'm gonna tell.
Look. Well, you tipping that. You had a long day, baby. You tipping that wine back kind of hard, ain't you? That about the third cup, ain't it?
What you said to me the other night, but I can tell her offline.
I agree with you to an extent on the old school, but when I grew up, you seen the rock and rollers. They may paint their nails black. Some of them look just like some women in the face, but that was it. They had holes. They had women. That's what it was. And then all of a sudden, now I go to the mall to get fresh, give me a nice outfit, and I see a dude walk past, and I'm like, is that a belly shirt with a piercing?
I think it's always been like that, but people are more apt to come out the closet and be themselves or who they choose to be now. It was
right.
I think it was so much more undercover DL men and women or whatever back then, because it was like you can't be out the closet. But now it's like you're free to be that.
So wait, hold on, pause. So being out the closet mean you got to dress a certain way? I'm asking. I want to know. My viewers want to know. So you telling me you jump out the club? Hey, how you doing? Hi, I'm here, and you automatically just jump into a nice ass tennis skirt. Really?
I think it's to each his own. Like some people feel like that's where they're comfortable at.
That's yeah, they come
You know
through
what I'm
with that.
saying? And I think that a lot of it has to do, like I think a lot of that part has to do with, okay, so now I've come out the closet. I've told my whole family and everybody that I'm gay, I'm lesbian, I'm queer, or like I told my whole family this.
Right.
So now I have to, like, what's my next move? Because whether people know it or not, people who decide like they're gonna be with the same sex, they struggle just like we do mentally. And I think that sometimes they struggle harder because they don't know who, like, can I dress regular and people just gonna know I'm this way and be
Right.
attracted to me, or do I have to go to these certain clubs, or do I have to hang out with these certain people?
Right.
Or these people acting like they accept me and they really don't accept me. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a lot that goes with it. You know what I'm saying? To be able to peel back the layers of that conversation with
Right.
hours.
And I believe that. I just feel like the lines get blurred because if you see a guy, you see different men and women together, people are judging them on, of course, their attire, their piercing, and all that. But you won't know until they actually open their mouth. When they open their mouth, then you're gonna know, like, not him, but her. And like I said, I'm not against none of it. I just want to know, when did it get to the point where it started getting so flamboyant, like in your face, like, you know what, I'm gonna wear a sunflower dress today, my guy, and I'm gonna play basketball. What? Really? What?
And they feel like they should have a right to play basketball in their sunflower dress.
Nigga, please. I'm gonna say nigga, please on that.
And that's why the men dressed in their sunflower dresses typically don't go on the basketball court.
Yes, sir. So I don't know. Now I believe what you said as far as different ways to move because it is different communities for situations. Don't get me wrong. It's different clubs, it's different communities, it's all of the above. You know what I'm saying? You go to a certain community, you're going to see this. You go to a certain community that, you're going to see that. Now, that is the God honest gospel. You know what I'm saying? Like, every city has a certain area where that's the gay clubs. You know, down that street, that's the gay clubs. You know, up that street, that's the urban clubs. That's the country. Da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da. So I do believe, in all that being said, that, yes, we good? We good. I do believe that, for real. The generation is just so flamboyant. It's like, and it's not just one race. Let's just put that out there. It's not one race. It's races. Races. Yeah, I'm gonna roll with that. Comments, anybody?
I mean, it is. It's everybody. So people just apparently doing what they want to do. But if you notice, like, the world is set up to make you mimic each other. You know what I'm saying? And that go for everybody. That's not just for the LGBT community. That's for every community. Because you get one person who make a song, Jasmine Sullivan, I bust your windows out the car. Now everybody busting their windows out the car.
It's called Do You. Yeah. So one of my viewers said it's called Doing You. You're so right. It's called Doing You. And I never said it wasn't called Doing You. Again, I said, when did it get to the point where it's just out of control? That's what I said.
It gets to that point because then you got everybody doing it. You know what I'm saying? It's
right.
Like people will make a song, they'll make a song, I need a side piece. Now everybody got a side piece. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, the world is set up for you to mimic. If you don't know who you are and you're not able to stand on your own two feet and be different and stand out for the crowd, you don't follow the crowd. You know what I'm saying? Because
peace.
Who, like, when you ask that question, it's kind of like, okay, who said that a woman who dates women has to dress like a dude? Now I get what you're saying because I don't understand. Like I don't understand it because I'm like, well, if you want a woman and you like other women, then why everybody ain't looking like women?
I mean,
But you know, that's their own business, you know, because
it is.
Do you want to do or do you want a woman? Like which one? Because she look like a guy. So you know what I'm saying? Like so then it becomes a question like, is it about sex? And then it becomes a question like, do you have trauma? Did something happen?
Right.
So you know, like you don't want to be touched by men. So like I said, it'll take hours to peel that conversation truly back.
I just like I said, it's just something I've ran into on the internet and being out and about moving around. And I just out of curiosity, like, wow, a lot has changed, and I'm like, okay, some people I can understand that's just how you are, and I think some people is just following the trend. But y'all gotta understand, y'all follow the trend, y'all gotta answer for that shit later. Because 10 years from now, somebody gonna be like, remember that time you wore that? You're gonna be sitting there like. Now you sitting there trying to explain yourself, but you wore that at that time. You know, you had that you dig on. We tried to tell you not to wear the you dig, but you wore the you dig. Now you got the answer for that you dig 10 years later. You dig?
You dig?
I'm under you dig. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. Shit's crazy. But I had to address that, man. But I definitely was curious. Z, you did a mall thing. Please explain to us how did that go and what was all that. Please talk to us. Let it be known.
I don't want y'all in my business.
Huh?
I said I don't want y'all in my business on social media.
Really? That's really out of all people. Really? That's what we're doing.
Well, we did a sip. It was a sipping shop, so you could come in and you could sip whatever is there. You know what I'm saying? So it was my tea that was there this week. It went really good. I'm gonna post the reviews because I got a couple of reviews. People was willing to get on the camera and do a review on my teas. So it was a positive experience. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not really a person that's gonna be out like that talking to people.
Right.
But it was cool. People wanted to drink them. I did, you know, some people did buy some, and it was really cool. It really was. It was really cool.
That's congratulations, baby. Meg, did you get an invite? I didn't get an invite. I didn't get to go to the sipping tea. I didn't get to go.
I don't get many invites these days.
Right. I didn't get the invite. I didn't get a chance to get a sip and tea, to go bag.
You know, life is wild. Life is wild when you live in Texas and Ohio. And I live in Florida. Life is wild.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's the whole
Life is
team.
wild. You know, I'm just saying, life is wild, you know.
I didn't get an invite. I didn't get a chance to get the spirituality. I didn't get a chance to get to a higher level than I.
I'm going to send y'all some because I want y'all to try it and tell me what y'all think. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you're positive. And then, you know, tell somebody it was good. You should buy some. Tell somebody.
Wow.
Tell a friend to tell a friend, and then go ahead and tell the other friend too.
Facts. See, I've been trying to tell people, man, we grind over here. We got so much going on. Everybody doing something. And it seemed like June, July, August going to be very interesting. Y'all need to stay tapped in, I promise you. Meg, I got a question. You seem like I don't know if it was you and the lamp or you and your stand having a fight, but you lost. So what happened?
It was my little makeshift stand, but I won. It's still standing.
Shade tree. Dig that.
He getting revved up.
I'm not even
No, ain't not.
kryptonite. I don't even care.
Look, she drinking out the fine china tonight. Not tonight, but tonight.
Yes.
Right. You had a long, I know you had a long day. Boy.
I have a long day every day. You already know.
I know, and that's why pretty soon I'm gonna get off this podcast because I got a long day tomorrow.
You look like you're tired. What you got planned for tomorrow? What is up for
Work.
Zip Mouth?
Work. I have to work. Yeah. Tomorrow's Monday.
But you make work seem so easy. You're doing 7, 8, 9 job. Hey, man. Right at the chair. Yeah.
I know, ain't that crazy? Like right in the chair.
Facts.
The three of you. Oh, your mom said we're doing a great job. Thank you.
What happened?
Your mom said we're doing a great job. Read her comment.
I was looking up. You petty. I didn't even get a chance to look at the comment. You petty for that.
You already know I'm ready to get her
real.
right.
You go answer for that.
She come on the show. I can't. No, but I'm gonna work tomorrow. You know, I got a couple of meetings after work, so the work won't stop until probably like 1
Hey man.
a.m. Tuesday.
Yo, we can do whatever. We can go live anytime. You know what I'm saying? As a spiritual person, what can you leave us with? Leave us with something good and tasty.
The good and tasty would be, and I'm just gonna use my current situation, right? The good and tasty would be is to be careful when you plan with spiritual people. Like, be careful because you don't know the level of spirituality that they're at. So when people these days, you know, I'm finding that a lot of people have these jealousy raves or this whatever they got, you know, this hate and stuff, and then they go to these other people and they let these other people put this black magic on people, and then they looking at that person wondering like why it's not working. It's because they probably high ranked in the spiritual world. So be careful what you're doing to people, because when that person release that hold, all of that stuff come back to you. So be careful what you're doing to people.
That was nice. I can dig that. That is very true. Very, very true. I got you. What's next for Zip Mouth Motivation and Zip Mouth Podcast and everything she got her hand in?
You know, at this point, I'm just going with life because a lot of stuff be getting introduced. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just be introduced. It kind of like, honestly, it just falls in my lap. So I don't know what's next. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really don't know what's next. I just know that let's do it.
Okay, let's go. I mean,
let's do it.
I got like my hand is so much. It's piling up every day, but it's gonna be so beautiful when it's all over. I promise you that. And people say like, Rain, you got your hand in too much, but that's the point. The more you got your hand, it's like octopus. You got your hands everywhere. You pulling in, you pulling in, you pulling in.
What's next for Meg? Because she the most powerful assistant I ever met in my life. I really want to steal it from her.
I don't know what's next for Meg. I really don't know. That's what's next. That's what's next for the Meg.
There's 7 days.
Meg, he showed out on you, friend.
Found out. Look, dude.
I get fired at least 5 times a week.
Because y'all both be on some bull.
He be firing me too. So don't worry.
Listen, to all the viewers, have you ever had a team where you fire them and they just be like cool, and the next day it's like it never happened, like Twilight Zone, like the clock reset, and you swear like, but she's still here. We have a viewer says she enjoyed the podcast and made her feel very good. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it, baby. Come back anytime. Make sure you get into our raffle. We do have giveaways too. For you, baby, you enjoyed our podcast. I'm going to make sure you get your bottle of Geritol. I was wrong, but
man, see, this why we get fired.
Right.
We had another viewer. She said she enjoyed it. I'm glad you enjoyed it too. Send your address to my assistant. We'll make sure we send something to you too. We have a lot. We do have. We're trying to work on merchandise so bad. People don't think I forgot. You petty for laughing. I'm watching you laughing over there. Not y'all. I'm talking about the comment person. She's over there giggling and whatnot. We do have merch and stuff. We got tees. We got merch. We got A&R stuff going. It's fucking crazy.
Right. It's insane. And it's like we can't tell everybody everything all at one time because
we cannot.
What's going on. And so when people say like, "What you got going on?" It's like, what?
Facts. We got a lot. Just stay tuned in, tapped in, everybody. Make sure y'all check out my girl Z. She got some nice everyday I'm gonna say something spiritual, something to uplift you every day. Check her out. If you can't catch her on TikTok, catch her on YouTube, catch her on Instagram.
Right here.
She has something to say. Meg is a definitely hard assistant, hard worker. We're trying to get her more out in the public to speak more because at first she was not digging the camera type thing. She a tad bit shy, but we're gonna make it happen. And
we have somebody
man out there, he's probably in the back on the other end. And
somebody wants to join us. Good night.
Oh, my guy, look, my belt almost came off automatically.
Malik, he being mean tonight.
I don't know. Is that the Black Stewie Griffin?
You know what? Some people.
Tune out.
Oh my God. Yeah, we gotta definitely tone the show down because we about to get ready to end it soon. If you have any questions, comment, or topics y'all would like to hear us talking about, this is the round table. When I say the round table, it could be anywhere from 3 to 4 people. They all family, and we do that to get different aspects and different comments on people as well as opinions. So when I say round table, you'll see 3 to 4 people, might even 5. We do got different stuff coming up with that and different topics. Today was Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day. It's still not, it's about to be 12 o'clock at some place, so Mother's Day is about to end. So shout out to all you moms and everything. I do appreciate Damasha for coming on. I appreciate Meg for coming on. I appreciate all the viewers and comments. And we got more stuff to come. Definitely more live.
If we didn't come on, he was gonna make me and Meg feel it tomorrow. He was.
Oh wow! I mean, no, that's not necessarily, you know. And definitely tune in, like, subscribe, you know, tap in. Definitely get y'all a bottle of the Nirvana gin and vodka. It's very good. It's very smooth. We knocked a bunch back. Hit me up or look up. I'll definitely get y'all the discount code. And anybody y'all want to give a shout out or love to? I see you smiling. You're petty, and you're petty. Everybody's petty tonight. Petty factor is very high.
I just want to say happy Mother's Day to everybody, and let's have a good night and let's start the week out positive.
Very positive. And yes, very positive. Z, throw your Instagram out there real quick and information real quick before we get up out of here. One more time.
Zip Mouth Motivation on all platforms. That's it.
Look, she shook her head like she couldn't get it together. Like,
Zip Mouth Motivation on all platforms. You can find me there.
Meg, you up? Where can they find you?
I mean, at my house, sometimes at work.
Where you so petty? See, that's the shit I'm talking about. Y'all can look me up at Rain Spotlight 4977, TikTok Rain_4977, Instagram Rain Rockstar, as well as Facebook Rain Rockstar. And it's been a damn good topic. We had 2 shows today. We had a review on the liquor that went well, and then we had the Mother's Day / we had to talk about the new generation. And on that note, I'm about to go, but I'm gonna be honest, it's Mother's Day, so a lot of you young niggas, I fucked y'all mama. I did well. And I do
not know you was gonna say that.
I do miss the way she cuddled me. Damn, I'm wrong. I don't care. So we gotta go. So I need y'all to meet me at 5 on 5 with 5 tomorrow at 5. I gotta go. I love y'all to death. Peace.